All right, are we live? Is this working? So, out and about, thought I'd try out the OhYouAteOne2 streaming from a remote location. Let me see what I got here. This is all, let me flip the camera around here and see. Oh, it turns it off. There we go. Let's try this. Well, there we go. That works. All right, let me see if I can get to where I can actually see the chat. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. You gotta bear with me here. I'm just figuring this out from the car. So let's get that. Go there. Nope, that's not it. Yeah. Nope, don't need that. Let's see. Here we go. Hey, there's comments. Got Dan Gorman is here. Right on. Sorry, I can't play Lay It Down from the car, so we'll just have to make do. Good to see you, Dan. All right, so can you hear me okay, Dan? Is the audio good? I had been trying to use, uh-oh, you guys can see where I'm at. Dude walking by with a bass. So I just finished up at a local guitar store here. So I'm hoping the audio is okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I was using Streamlabs mobile, and that was all right. But I would really rather prefer to be on the OhYouAteOne2 even when I'm out and about. So I'm hoping that everything is good and clear, audio and video. That was one thing with the Streamlabs. I saw that the video was not all that great. So hopefully OhYouAteOne2 will be a little bit better. What I've got also, Al's G, what is up? What is up? Good to see you. Is I think I can charge my phone while I'm streaming. Let me plug this in, and then we'll see what happens. So I just out and about. I hit a music store here, and I think I may roll down to Guitar Center down here, check that out. But obviously going to be going live just about 2 hours. Quentin, what is up? Oh dear Lord. So let me see what it takes to flip this camera back. So I just have to keep hitting through different things. Boy, it just zooms in. All kinds of good stuff. And eventually, there we go. It should come back to me. So, well, I came really close to buying something. I don't need anything, but I was in this music store is called Music and Arts. It used to be locally owned by the name of Ken Stanton here in Marietta, and they've got a Indonesian-made Wolfgang, the Barracuda, I think you call the wood, and that tune has an A minor 7. And my streaming, can you guys hear that music? I probably need to turn it down. It's not like not going to get copyrights on stuff anyway, but they had a Wolfgang standard, normally $7.99. They had it marked down to $4.59. So I believe they're online. If anybody's looking for one, I'm sure they'd ship it to you. But $4.59 for a new Wolf standard, that's not bad at all. So, Cushman, NYC, channel member. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. My screen just went dim. I don't know what's up with that. So Supposed to meet a buddy over at this other guitar center here in just a little bit. Maybe we'll continue to stream as I get there, but we'll see. Let's see. I know the Ken Stanton Music name. Yeah, they've been around since probably the 60s. They were local here. Had a store right down the street. Uh, Church across the way had bought the building, so they had a expansion for a church, and then they moved down to this location, and they were here for years and years and years, and then finally was bought out by Music and Arts, the conglomeration. So everybody's saying hey. All right, so I guess yeah, you guys want to go on a ride just to Guitar Center? I don't know how it'll work out, but we'll head down there. So I will flip the camera around and we'll take off. Let's see, there was one where it was, we'll adjust the camera. Was that it? That wasn't it. There we go. Let's see what that does. That's kind of more like what my view is, actually. So let's see what we got. Now, obviously, as I'm driving, I can't read the chat, so you guys will have to chat amongst yourselves. And nobody coming. There's the big chicken over here to my left. Probably can't see it, but that's a famous landmark. I'll take the phone down. Famous landmark for Marietta, Georgia area. There you go. Big chicken. It was some kind of chicken place for a while, and then it was bought by KFC, and they kind of left it as it was for landmark purposes, historical landmark. KFC, baby, that's right. Let's see, who else do I see in here? Sean Hockey, what is up? What is up, dude? We're just out and about, just nothing, just goofing off. So figured anybody want to come along for the ride, I'd go live and stream it. So basically that's my disclaimer that I'm not trying to be entertaining at the moment. So you guys will have to keep yourselves entertained as we drive. This is Georgia 41, Highway 41, right in Marietta. Martian Murray, what is up? Good to see you. This will be a good little teaser, I guess, before our true live at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Sunday Community Jam. You gonna join us today, Quentin? Let me know. I know that Charles Green was wanting to come on. He was really, really disappointed that he couldn't play live on his own stream. There's been some StreamYard issues. Fortunately, we are no longer on StreamYard, so we have not had any of those issues. And it'll be good to see Charles later on if he can join us so he can jam out. He's got another guitar that I think Charles, 75N, who was just live a little bit ago with Ben Coombs, got a telly that he's getting fabric topped, I believe. So that'll be cool to see. Come on, dude. You gonna get over, or jeez? Tell you what, Georgia drivers, man. Get all ticked off if you don't let them in, but then when you try to let them in, they just sit there like idiots. Randy Price, what is up? This is just past the Marietta Diner on the right. Yes, that is another historic landmark. I don't know why. Really, really expensive food, and it's honestly not that great. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess it's sort of like the same reason the Waffle Houses are popular. They are what they are. People dig it because of what they are, I guess. Let's see. Because of Guy Fieri, yes. Yep. They got, you know, the food is not bad. It's just not as awesome as the prices would lead you to believe that they would be. So, let's see. Coming up here, here's the, on the left, there's an Audi dealership there. Just recently bought a Q5 for the wife over there. She's been enjoying that. Traded in the old pickup truck. She got tired of driving that thing around. So what view is better here? Do you guys prefer the kind of zoomed in view, or... And then I've got the view, but it gives you a wider view. GTA game looks surreal. Yeah. What is up, Steve Rizzle? I know your name is Resser. I don't know. But I'm going to continue to say Resor because I don't give a... Quentin says that one. What that is. Oh, this, you prefer this? Okay. What is up, Bo? Guitar Man 45. Good to see you. I can barely see the chat, but I can see the names are a little bit bigger. Let's see. How many guitars could fit in that car? I could probably fit two in the engine trunk. Randy Price says we're now approaching Dobbins Air Force Base on the right. That's correct. Randy, you ought to jump in and navigate, or what do they do? Like the tour things? They've got the CB radio. You could be the tour manager. And now approaching on your right is the Dobbins Air Force Base. We are seeing the runway over to the right. Let's see, who is that? Buzzing Frets. Right on. Welcome in. Coming up on Wendell's Music to the left. That is correct. Wendell is another shop that I frequent. Wendell has done some work for me. He did the fret job on the 5150 Okay, I think we're back. Oh man. Alright, let me get situated here. As you can hear, I had my air conditioning blasting because it said my phone was overheated. Um, it may be a matter of that I had it plugged in and charging at the same time as I was streaming. So I'm going to pull over here to the side where absolutely nobody parks at this guitar center, except for when I park here, and then they'll come and park right next to me, like a-holes. Let me see, get pulled in here. I don't have the chat pulled up. Give me just a second to get parked, and I'll pull the chat up. All right. Okay, let me figure this out again. What do I need to do to get to the chat? I need to come over here. Do that. Do that. Get that. Over here to comments. All right, we are back. Now we're good. All right. So yeah, I guess the phone, along with the streaming and the charging at the same time, it did not like that. So we'll try it without it plugged in, and we'll see how hot it gets. It could just be the website of EV Mux with a mobile thing going. Who knows? So let me turn around here and get this camera. No, that's not what I want to do. Mobile. I guess the camera has about 6 different camera things that it'll try to use on the phone. Okay, there we are. All right. Cushman says now we're good. Sean Hockey asking what is the temp? 73 degrees outside right now. And inside the car it is a cool and comfortable 68 degrees. So I'm going to kind of chill out here for a bit. Buddy's supposed to be coming, so we'll see what happens. The phone, let me see how hot it is. Yeah, it's still getting hot. So we'll see how long it runs. So what's everybody up to today? Let's see what I missed on the chat here. Everybody's saying hey. Randy Price, are you serious about taking lessons with Steve Brand? That would be interesting. Coming up on Wendell's. Yep, Wendell's is from where I'm sitting, just over here to the left. Pull this off. And there's a shopping center across the way over there, and Wendell's is in there. Let's see. Catch up with the chat here. How do I see how many people are in here, I wonder? Layers, comments. Jeff H, what is up? What is up? Rockstar on the road. I'm sure there is somewhere, but definitely not here. You guys got a good view of the engine bay back there. I don't know if you can see that. Perfect spot, light up. Oh, perfect spot to light up. I guess they got some butt chimneys back there. Stephen Franklin, road trip. What are we buying? Hopefully nothing. I was just out browsing. Jeff says, what kind of car is that? It is a C8 Corvette. This is for years and years when I was, when I was younger. I always had a hot rod car, and as I got older, got married, family, all that kind of went away. I did have some motorcycles, and then after years and years and years of saving and scrimping and scraping and putting money away, I finally decided, yeah, give me time to treat myself. So I treated myself with this C8 Corvette. The horsepower on this one, Mr. Hockey, is 495. I'm going to do an air filter mod that should add another 5 horsepower, so may as well just say 500. So it's plenty for what I need, and it's a good motorcycle replacement. It's not as hard on the body. I can chill and be comfortable as I do my rides up to the mountains or whatever. So it's a good trade-off. But yeah, I had been wanting to get something like this for a long time. Back in my high school days, I had 69 Mustang Fastback, 67 Chevy 2 Nova, souped up engine. What else? I've had a Camaro before, and just some of the various hot rods. So, Bo says, briefly in the 80s had a 68 Corvette, but the engine was in front. Yep. Yeah, that was a big thing that a lot of people kind of were not too happy about. In 2020, they released this mid-engine Corvette, and a lot of die-hard fans were not happy about it, but that's kind of what turned me onto it. I really like the new design of it, and just the overall bang for your buck performance that you got with it. Let's see. Jeff H says, my stepdad had a Corvette when I was a kid, banana yellow. Used to burn my leg on the side pipe. Yep. Yep, they had those side exhausts. Ed Viss, welcome in, sir. Says, I would have bought a Shelby Mustang. Well, that's why they have so many different options to choose from, because what floats your boat may not flip my Twinkie. So there we go. Let's see. Jeff says, sounds if your guitar. Oh, I guess I can show comments too. So it sounds like your car and guitar have an awesome growl. Yes, sir. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Cushman NYC, what's it run in the quarter mile? This car off the showroom floor will do probably an 11.5 consistently in the quarter mile. They say that it's done an 11.2, but I've never tested this one. I know that this one will do 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, so pretty quick. Let's see. Sean says, any more horsepower, you might just install wings. 500 is plenty. Looks amazing. Bucket list car. Gotcha. Yeah, I've been really happy with it. It does. It sounds great, Ed. It sounds really good. Cushman says, wow. I guess as I'm sitting here waiting for my buddy to show up, I could get out and do a tour of it if you guys want to see it. So let me see about where my little thing is here. Yep, there it is. I've got this little camera holder thing, so let me figure out how to put this on there. Let's see, open up that, and this, and go like so. Put that down, and let's see here. Alright, I'm going to clip you guys in this thing here. Let me see, that's all the way over there. So we'll do that. And, okay, this is not working. Hang on. Get this out of here. Give me just a minute. Bear with me. Right there. All right, let me try this again. It's there. Okay. Is the body still fiberglass, says Bo? Yes, it is. Let's see, we got Zach Thong saying hey to everyone. What is up, Zach? Good to see you. All right, let me turn the and so this is my cockpit layout. It's got kind of a squared off top on the steering wheel. The bottom is kind of squared off as well. We've got the dash layout here, and you can select different modes of operation, and it changes the dash. It also changes the let me turn this fan down. There we go. It also changes the exhaust note. There's some valves on the exhaust that will open up when I put it into a sport mode. So this is showing right here that it's in a weather mode, which tames the horsepower down if it's wet out or snowy or whatever. This next one is, and I don't know if you could hear the engine change, but this is a personal mode. My mode is what they call it. You can go in and you can set different things. So when you swap over to it, the screen over here changes, and you can set up engine power, steering, braking, and whatnot. And then you've got a touring mode, which puts the exhaust and everything in kind of a mild mode. You get your best gas mileage with that if you're on the highway. This thing has gotten up to 32 miles a gallon, which is just insane. You got a 500 horsepower car that you can go in around 11 seconds in a quarter mile, and then you can drive it home on the highway and get 32 miles a gallon. It's crazy. Next mode is a sport mode. That opens up the exhaust, and then it has a couple of different options that it changes there. And then the next mode is a track mode. So it puts you into more of a bare necessities of what you need to see. RPM gauge up top, and yeah, pretty cool. So let's see, and that is the last mode, track mode. So let me go back to my mode. I typically keep it in my mode because it starts up with the exhaust opened up and everything in my performance mode. So you've got controls for the transmission right here. It's a push button. You got park. You pull this up for reverse. It puts you into a reverse camera there. You got neutral that you push, and then you've got drive that you'll pull up. And you also have, let's see, manual mode, which you can then shift with the paddles on the side. So back to park. Let's see, it's got camera layout where if you need to see what's going on around you, you can select different cameras. That comes in good for pulling into the garage because it shows you exactly where your nose is when you pull in. So, all right, we'll turn those off. It also has a recorder. Let's go here, so you can do camera recording. Let's see, it's taking a minute for some reason. Of course, it's never done that before. Let's see. Now we'll just shut it down. But anyway, that you can record like a dash cam. You can record everything into a SD card. Over here in the glove box, there's a SD card spot right down here. You can't see it, but you just slide in an SD card and you're good to go. All right, so give me just a second and we'll hop out and we'll take a tour of the outside. Let's see. Are we still good? Am I still connected? Let's see. Keys are in my pocket. All right, so there she is. So the color is Hysteria Purple, is what they call it. I got the upgraded forged rims. So we'll pop open the front. So this is your trunk. Access to the battery and all is in there. Washer fluid and some other kind of something there. It's got a spot right there where you can plug in a battery tender, keep it charged, and then an emergency release in case you shove your kid in there and he needs to get out. The hood has an automatic close. Once you pop it down, it motorizes closed. So there she is from the front. And we got the other side here. And then we'll pop the back. This is a coupe. The top right here does come out. And when the top comes out, they consider that a convertible, but they also have a hardtop convertible version that puts the top down automatically. But I kind of like the coupe version because on the convertible you can't see the engine inside there. So I wanted the clear window on the back. The spoiler, I wanted something just kind of very subtle. I didn't want one of those big huge wings, so I got the low profile spoiler. And let's pop the back. Alrighty. So back here, I could fit probably 2 flat case guitars back here. They advertise this as you can fit 2 golf bags in here. So we know who the market is for on this car, I guess. And then there's the engine back there. I need to get in and dust that off. Had a lot of pollen here lately. But there's the engine and the clear divider going back to the inside. There we go. And this also has the automatic close. When you pop it down, it pulls itself shut. So that's that. Nelson Rodriguez. Sorry, my fingers are getting into everything here. Says it's a great pick. I talked to Ryan about it when he got it. Thought they got them at $490, but yeah, they are stock at $490. But I got the performance exhaust with it, with the valves that open up, so it's rated at $495. Let me go back to that comment. Actually did get them at $495. Proper modifications $505. Yep. The one thing with modifications to this car is they, for whatever reason, come with a Corvette tax. So anything that you buy for this thing is just astronomically expensive. If I wanted to supercharge this car, it would be $20,000. Same with twin turbo charging, it'd be $20,000. And for reliable horsepower, I mean, you're only looking at probably another 100, 150. But then you have trouble with the transmission being able to hold more horsepower than that. So it's fine just the way that it is for me. I don't think I'll be doing much of anything other than putting an air filter on it. So there we go. Let's see. Quentin says it's definitely no four-cylinder Hyundai. Speaking of which, though, I need to arm the Corvette Hyundai here. There we go. Mirrors fold in. It flashes. I've got the little horn chirp turned off. Zach says engine looks super cool. Right on. Monch Maselli is here. Good to see you, man. He says that's a beauty. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's see. Nelson says I'm a fan of things that make you feel good, and this thing is certainly a feel-good driver for sure. I've been certainly happy with it. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Cool, cool, cool. Nelson says one thing personally, I would have went for orange, copper, or midnight blue, but it's an absolute beauty. Thank you. I went with the purple because it has a real deep dark color to it when it's dark out, and then when it's light, the purple really pops. And it's a different color. You don't see many of purple Corvettes running around, so it's kind of why I went with that one. So waiting on my buddy still. I don't know where he is, but I guess I can go on in the Guitar Center and see what they got. Alright, well, let's go on in and see what they got. I guess when I go in, I should ask if it's alright. Match the guitar, says Cushman. That's right, I'm a fan of purple. I like purple. Hey, how's it going? Good. Is it cool that I'm live streaming while I'm in here?
As far as I know.
Cool, thanks. Hey, they got a Tom Anderson Tilly in here. That's pretty cool. What the heck is this thing? Anybody ever heard of a Fodera? Got one of the PRS Tillys. Fender Custom Shop Strat. $4,500. These are cool. The Ultra 2s. This is a guitar that I could see Quentin playing. Vintage Roland. I think Steve Brand has one of these, doesn't he? I guess that goes with it. Thing probably weighs a ton. Oh, good Lord. Let's see. You got Adam Jones on sale. $23.99. That's like the one I've got that I use for drop C.
It's like your guitar.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. My buddy Paul has just arrived. Say hello to Paul.
Hey, on Guitarland.
Paul is looking for an arch top, is it?
Oh yeah, I'm a jazzer now.
Okay.
I probably don't have any, but
have you seen anything yet?
no, I
just kind of scrolling through, letting everybody see what's here. Yeah. I just took a look at that one over there.
Flex for Fantasy guitar.
Right. That thing down there is like probably 30 pounds.
Yeah,
the module for it. It's crazy.
Well, in the 80s, made some really stout stuff.
So I'm gonna scroll through. If you find something, let's plug it in, I guess. Paul's gonna look around, and we'll probably plug something in here in a minute. A lot of these guitar centers have been redesigned. They got kind of everything sectioned off now. This is cool. Ultra 2 Telly with an ebony board. Cool stuff. I wonder what these pickups are. It's different. Anybody looking for a pink PRS? The old Epiphone section. I tried one of these. $8.99. I wasn't too terribly impressed with it. There's a Jimmy Biter guitar. This would be Jimmy's section in here, the Ibanez section. What is this? Hollow body Ibanez AR520 HBK. Got a Vi model there, monkey grip, $4.99. Getting into the Schecters. Never been a fan of the Schecter guitars for whatever reason. Got some Jacksons here. Some kind of leopard print. This one's kind of cool. Crackle finish. $6.99. Crackle on the headstock. It's a Dan Electro. $600 for that thing. ...2003 Ibanez Arc-Core. Find anything?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's unplayable. You can shoot arrows off of it.
See this? Ibanez.
Yeah, man, you're so tight.
That's what she said.
It's worth a try.
Alright, we'll walk over as he plugs that in just a second. I usually come over to the used section and see if there's anything cool. That looks kind of nice. Ibanez up there. Kind of a Koa, looks like. That's cool. A G&L telly. So that brand new standard that I saw was cheaper than this used one. Alright, let's walk over and see if he's plugging in. I walked right past him. Those pickups look like they're about an inch off of the body.
Yeah, the whole thing's like, the bridge is way too high. It's so high I can't play it. I gotta play it like with my hand up.
You gotta do the Marty Friedman hold.
What's that?
Do the Marty Friedman hold.
Yeah, right. How does he do that? Like, it's weird.
Crazy.
It's way placed up front. Got that tone though.
Sounds so great with the off-tune bass line behind it. See that Koa looking one up there?
Yeah, what is that?
It's an Ibanez something.
I actually played a Gretsch over there, and I don't know much. I always thought of Gretches as like, Chet Atkins guitars. It actually looks like a nice guitar.
Looks like that might be the same kind of model as what you got in your hand. Quentin here in the chat says needs a Floyd.
This is definitely not the one.
No.
See, look at how high up the. It's like, I'm all for acousticness, but
Right. Yep. I wonder if I should get a slide while I'm here. Do they even have them? Oh, these would be great from when I'm watching Quentin's stream.
best one yet.
No sounds.
What am I thinking?
Yeah, everybody's saying so many out of tune guitars.
I'm not a fan of these Rotomatic styles.
I love when you tune it and you get them all tuned up, then you hit a chord and they're out of tune.
Yeah. For some reason, this thing is distortion. There's no reason it should.
What is that, a Fender Deluxe?
Yeah. It's on here. Imagine that in tune. Great chord, my stuff.
Yeah, that's right, Zach. He would have thrown it in the bin already. Because John would be going crazy with all these out of tune guitars. Let's see. There's another.
This is a lot like the guitar I have.
Not many other than the Ibanez ones.
No, I guess that kind of makes sense. They're not easy to find anymore. You know, Gibson stopped making them in, like 2019, 2020. This is a Gretsch. I guess that's a master volume.
Master, yeah.
It's actually a smart idea, but it's really weird. This actually seems like a really easy.
Thank you. I would say we should also have a 45-day return policy.
These pickups aren't nearly as high as the other ones.
Let me see what's closer into.
Like I said, it's kind of 50-50. It depends on the song, depends on the vibe.
Jimmy wants to know, does it chug?
Hold on. I'll just have to put the volume down like crazy.
Challenge accepted, Jimmy.
It's a real
I feel like Ted Nugent. What was that? Give everybody Ted Nugent. Some big lick.
Blackjack is calling for some stranglehold.
Stranglehold.
I think it's an open string.
Something like that.
Let me see if I remember. There you go. There you go.
Something like that. See, they're actually, you know, I mean, they're cool guitars. They just feedback like a book. Perfect for like. This is actually a really decent guitar.
Yeah. I just heard the AC/DC Hell's Bells. I guess if that was Malcolm that played it, it would have been a Gretsch.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Doing the
Or I mean,
percussive part, right?
what's his brother's name? Angus. Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, Angus was the
Angus.
right, and Malcolm was the.
Yeah.
You know, this has got the. I don't know what volume to touch. I mean, it's got strings on it that are probably older than me.
Right.
It's a pretty. That's just easy.
Everybody says nice playing.
Oh, thanks. Oh, that might have been on one. Got it. It's got that sound. Oops, too much.
We got a comment that says that there's new ones with the Bigsby's on sale at Guitar Center for $349.
Bigsby's. That's the thing, is like, I totally get that's what people would buy this guitar for, right?
Yep.
Which is kind of like the sort of like rockabilly kind of thing, or something kind of in that vibe. Like sit there and go like. I think it does it well. Like,
Is that straight cat strut?
I think it does it really well. But I was reading up because I'm getting into the jazz thing a little bit, and most of the major guys ended up having Gretsch jazz arch tops at one time. I think they're just good arch tops. I also get why some guys use 1 3/4 nuts when they do that kind of crap.
Right.
That's tight.
A little more spread.
Especially if you're doing like, finger thing. Like, that's tight.
That's what she said. Well, it's making you smile.
Yeah, it sounds. I mean, for not a lot of money, because boy, I got sticker shock when I started looking at arch tops.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Nice having that much bass.
Yeah. Did you see that?
That's cool looking. That's my test lick. I find that as I'm getting older, flatter radiuses don't work well with my hands. So like 16-inch radiuses and stuff.
Not
like,
so much.
Yeah, it's like I don't have the.
Well, you're not shredding anymore. So.
Well, that's part of it. So, and I think I'm just getting old.
Aren't we all?
Trade. Only
Let me
because
slide this over here.
Army green is cool.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Kind of has a Dave Grohl feel to it.
Oh, it does. Oh, it's louder. Definitely more direct. So it'd be definitely more for that, like, you know, that Steely Dan vibe. Sorry, it's like super loud. This guitar needs a terrible sound, though. Ooh, that's pretty. That's look. Actually, it's not bad. This one definitely is what you expect. It's amazing how light this thing's. That's a really good guitar. Yeah. For what it is. You know, I love these knobs. I'm gonna grab an extra stand. It's not a tune. There you go, there's a Bixby. Thank you. Is that an extra?
I saw it up there. Like, hey, grab that too.
Hagstrom, So you know me, I get crazy about this stuff. Jimmy D'Acquisto is a very, very famous archstop builder who makes guitars that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Who is this?
Jimmy D'Acquisto.
Okay.
So there's two old school New York builders, John D'Angelico and Jimmy D'Acquisto. D'Acquisto worked for D'Angelico for a guy. And he actually made some guitars for Hagstrom. Like, I know nothing about archstop guitars, so I'm now figuring it out. I was saying before, I love these knobs. I wish you could get them. Maybe you can separately.
Yeah.
They're just...
Does it got like a rubber on them or
Yeah.
something? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, these are like old 1980s Roadster.
Radio. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the finish, the wood.
Yeah, that neck. Look how close that neck pickup is, though. Like, that's crazy.
Does it say what it is? Natural hollow body. Doesn't say what the wood is.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's laminate.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Action is
right.
really low, right?
Yeah, it's almost like, you know.
Too low?
You'd almost fail to...
Wrong guitar. Wrong
It's
guitar.
so sacrilegious. Like, to both things, the lick and the guitar.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's really bright compared to the
Yep.
other one.
Yeah. I actually kind of prefer that myself.
For what I wanted for, no.
No?
But it's kind of hard to find that balance. Like, I'm trying to learn how those jazz dudes got that tone without it sounding like, you know.
Right.
Because, like, I don't want that either.
Yeah.
It's just on the verge of feeding back. Pickups are just a lot hotter, I think.
Well, it doesn't help that you've got thunderous bass that's causing those to vibrate.
So this guitar, I'd have to, like, definitely go in and trim the bass like way the hell down. Sure.
Yeah, it's too low. That action.
It's got that punch, you know. Kind of organy sounding.
Yep.
Imagine that in tune.
Where was that string hitting when it was deading out? Is it pickup?
Good question. No, it's got to be the fret
It's
because
hitting the fret somewhere?
yeah, it's because it clears that test, so it's a high fret.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So a high fret on the 13th, we're thinking.
This one was one we were playing the other day. What was it?
Oh, are you talking about Breezing?
That's what it was.
Those are really screwed up chords, though.
Yeah, I watched George Benson play it. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. does is play like D major over it. Right on the D, of course.
Yeah.
And then he'll throw in a minor. Make it sound hip.
Yeah. You're gonna get the flag thrown on you for out of tune here in a minute.
Sorry, guys. It was in tune when I started.
Right. Yeah, we have no control when we're Guitar Center bound, No Man's Land.
Why, I bet. Another question is that the string? It's the nut.
Grabbing onto it.
Maybe some intonation problems here too.
Yep.
That's
out. Yeah. Yep. What can you do?
And that could be, you know, I don't really know how this whole thing works yet, but I imagine, like, you know, I can tell it's not straight, and that's probably a problem.
It's really strange they got this thing underneath that
I
too.
think it's so won't market during shipping.
Right.
You know?
Is that a new one?
I think it is.
Oh, used.
So many nerves. Okay. I mean, I get it.
We're covering up the big scratch we put on it.
This one's super bassy.
Yeah.
All right, let's try the.
Try the Hagstrom.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got a Graphtec nut on it.
Yeah, they're really big on using. Whoa.
It's heavy.
Christ. All right. Coolest tremolo arm ever made.
Right? Looks like some kind of Cadillac exhaust tip or something.
I just want to go like, hold on. Let me tune first.
Some Wicked Game or something.
This is a quality guitar. I can just tell by the tuners. I still don't like these Rotomatic.
Right?
Was it a G?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, right? I was thinking more like a.
Still doing good, man? Yeah.
Like an out of tune chord.
We're gonna get to do this once, so I better make it good.
All right. Well, if there is anything that you see online, what's your name? Donovan. Donovan, nice to meet you. Like I said, I'm Milton, but yeah, come by if you need anything.
I should have to use on the other part.
time is it getting to be?
Asking me?
Yeah. Do you know? Anybody in the chat? What time is it?
Probably close. 4:14.
4:14? Okay. I probably should start heading home so I can go live at 5 from the studio.
It doesn't do anything. I don't know what to do with it. You just gotta go both ways with it? Yeah, right.
B minor, A, and E is wicked game.
B minor?
B minor, A, and E.
All minor or A?
B minor, A, and then E. Alright. You hanging out for a bit? You hanging out?
Yeah, I'll hang out.
Alright.
Good to see you, man.
We're going to say later to Paul, I'm going to head home to the studio so I can go live.
See you guys.
Good seeing you. We've got to convince Paul to come over to the studio and play with us one day. So give me the thumbs up in the chat how many want to see Paul at the studio. All right, we'll catch you later.
See you, man.
See ya. Well, that was fun. All right, get out here where all the noise is in the back. All right, so that was cool. That was fun. So we're gonna fire up the purple Hyundai, and we are gonna head on back to the studio, and hopefully get there in time to go live at 5. All right, so let me get situated here, and we will take everybody off of the stand. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, are we still good? All right, coming off of here, going back up here. There we go. All right. Let me flip. That looks here so far. One more, I think. There we go. All right, we're going to buckle up, and we are going to head back to the OU Crew Studios, hopefully in time to go live again. And, yeah, let's see. This adjusted there. There we go. All right. We're good. Seatbelts on. Make sure that my air is where it needs to be. I got to unlock this. And we are good to go. Get back here. All right. Let's go. I'm going to flip back to the front here. And we are underway. I hope everybody enjoyed that impromptu visit to Guitar Center. Paul is super, super cool dude. I've known Paul for quite some time. Back in the 90s, he worked at a music store that I went in and was browsing, and he's in there testing out a guitar, and he's playing some really cool licks, you know, some jazzy stuff. And I think I remember him playing some like Sting licks, and then he busted into some Van Halen. I was like, man, this dude's pretty good. And it turned out that he was a guitar instructor there as well. And I was like, well, I'm gonna take a couple lessons and just have him show me some tunes that I want to learn. And we've stayed in touch and been friends ever since then. It was funny because I'd go in for a lesson. I'm like, all right, I'm learning this tune, and I need you to help me figure out what he's doing. And we would go overtime. We would forget about what time it was, and just a whole bunch of smiles. So good times. Paul's been a really good friend over the years. Really great player. All right. Let's see. Do I still have some folks in here? Spaceship got orbit control. Yeah, it does. It's called launch control. Let's see. Bo says you forgot to fill the guitar compartments with guitars. Yeah. Not today. Not today. We're going to have to pass on purchasing anything for a little while. Really don't need anything. Got a pretty good collection. Really the only thing that I would want additionally would be probably more Steinbergers. You know, kind of really gotten into those, and I'm filled up on the EVH guitars. I've got plenty of Les Pauls. The Steinbergers are kind of just my jam right now. I'm really digging those. All right. No turn on red. I hate that. There goes the green. Does the Vet have, what does it say? Shoots. No. No, it does have really good brakes though. So I hadn't had any trouble with getting it stopped. Hey, there's Ken Hit Metalworks. What is up? Saying hey to everybody. Right on. Florida Claimer's Ted. Cool. Yeah, I'm cutting this close, ain't I? 422. So everybody hopefully is primed up to just head over to the other stream once I get this one closed off. But figure might as well let this one keep going while I'm driving, right? Let you guys enjoy the burble of the engine. Yeah, I wonder if they could actually start the other studio stream while I'm live here. I think they probably can. But I think we've got plenty of time to make it without getting a ticket. How's it on fuel, says Blackjack Guitar. Well, if I'm driving sporty the way that it's meant to be driven, probably 18, 19 miles a gallon. If I'm driving on the highway, cruise control on, long trip, I've gotten 32 miles a gallon. So it averages out to about 22 miles a gallon that I've been getting out of it. So no complaints. Let's see. I've got a thing here where it talks about gas mileage. That's not it. Fuel economy right now is 20.2 miles per gallon. Let's see. Best that I've gotten was 31.3. So 32, close enough. But 20.2 is my average on this trip right now. So it's not bad. I mean, honestly, I didn't buy this I didn't buy this car for fuel mileage, so not too terribly worried about it. All right. This thing hugs the corners. So you remember in the movie The Matrix when they're like, don't get on the highway, don't get on the highway. If you drive in Atlanta on the interstates, you'll understand that thing. This is 75 North, I-75. And yeah, you pretty much take your life into your own hands when you get on this highway. So I'm actually going to cut around, take a back route, a little more scenic, and I think it's just as quick. Well, maybe not just as quick, but oh, so how well can you guys hear the road noise and engine and all that while I'm not talking? Okay, what's up, E. coli? Like Jack says, sounds good. All right. Let's get some downshifting. Got some motorcycles, I guess, that want to come over here and play. He's got one of the worst sounding exhausts on that bike. It's called a Tosh. Man, those things are crap. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Everybody get out of my way. So I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm trying to figure out which of those guitars that I like the sound of the best. And I'm thinking probably that Gretsch, I think sounded pretty good. I like the looks of that natural. It almost had a Koa type grain to the wood. But again, like Paul said, it's probably some kind of veneer. But I don't know if I could ever see myself with that kind of a guitar. You know, Holly body. Really not my thing. Wonder, does Quentin, are you still in here? Do you still have your Gretsch? guessing too, my phone had overheated earlier, so it's been going strong since I unplugged it from the charger. So I guess that's that was the issue. So I got to remember I can't do that next time. I'm curious as to how much this has been draining my battery. So it's been an hour and 50 minutes. Wow, I didn't realize it was that long. Let's see, what does this say? Your feed is getting choppy. Huh. May just be a connection. Going too fast for the GPS towers to keep up with me, I guess. Wally in the box. What is up? What is up? Yeah, we're heading back to the studio, Wally, so I can go live at 5 with the crew. So just kind of out enjoying this beautiful Georgia weather. It's currently 74 degrees and sunny. Not a cloud in the sky. That weather report brought to you by Guitar Talk Universe, Quentin James. Because he always wants to know. So we are 4:30. Live stream will be starting in about 35 minutes. Blackjack, that's your warp speed, yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's cleared back up now. You know, you're at the mercy of your cellular, connection when you're out and about. So, especially when you're driving and you're moving. So we'll just have to deal with what we got. That's a bit of a hole. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I appreciate everybody jumping in and chatting along while we were out live from the road and while we were jamming in Guitar Center. I'm going to try to convince Paul, like I said, to come into the studio and play live with us one time for a show. And I know that I know everybody would enjoy that. He, I don't know, maybe we've gotten him over his stage fright now with the little introduction there at Guitar Center. But we'll see if we can't convince him to come in for one Sunday for a community jam. But I'm going to go ahead and end things here. And I am going to see everybody in just a few minutes. So I'm going to stop and get me something to eat just real quick. And then I'll be back to the studio and we'll be at it again. So appreciate everybody. Really appreciate all the channel support. And we'll see everybody in just a few minutes. So until then, see ya.